now let us discuss about the causes of stress. There are different causes of stress and I will just be discussing a few. So I'll just talk about few general causes of stress. So the first one is being unhappy in your job. So job is another important part of life, and if you are not happy regarding something in your workplace, then that might cause stress in your life. Next up is having a heavy workload or too much responsibility. When a person has a lot of responsibility and a lot of work pressure, definitely this situation causes stress in a person's life. The next one is working long hours. So when a person works for a long period, then the person is exhausted, the body starts giving up and even the mind starts giving up. When a person has to work for 8 hours, 10 hours constantly, the person do not feel like working anymore. The body gives up, the mind gives up. So working for long hours is another cause of stress. Next up is having poor management, unclear expectations of your work, or no say in the decision making process. Again, this is related to your workplace, so this kind of situations can cause stress in your life. Next up is working under dangerous conditions. If you are a person who is working under dangerous condition, then you will definitely be stressed, because in dangerous situations, in dangerous conditions, you have life risk. When you are working in an unsafe environment, or if the physical conditions of the workplace are too dangerous, then you won't be able to perform properly. Next up is being insecure about your chance for advancement or risk of termination. So when you are insecure about your position, or if you are unsure about promotions, or if you are facing any risk of termination, then definitely these things can cause stress. Next is having to give speeches in front of colleagues. So this can be regarded as stage fear. So when you cannot give speeches in front of the public, so when you are afraid to speak something in front of 10 different people, this can be stressful. As soon as you are on the stage and you see a lot of people staring at you, then you feel nervous. So this is stage fear. So this fear is something that can cause stress. Next is facing discrimination or harassment at work, especially if your company isn't supportive. So discrimination and harassment can definitely lead to stress, and especially if your company is not supporting you, then definitely your levels of stress will be higher. Next is the death of a loved one. So if you lose someone who was close to you, then definitely you are going to face some kind of stress. Next is divorce. So divorce can also be another cause of stress. Next is loss of a job. If you are not having any kind of job, or if you are terminated, then definitely that is going to cause stress in your life. Next is increase in financial obligations. So if you face financial problems, if you are facing problems related to money, if you don't have enough money but you require a certain sum of money to meet certain needs, and you do not have enough money, then definitely that is going to cause stress. Next is getting married. Okay, getting married can also cause stress. That very feeling of starting a new life and moving on with a new partner, that can cause a stress. Next is moving to a new home. Again, when you shift from one place to another, that particular change can cause stress. Next is chronic illness or injury. Diseases that last for longer durations can cause stress. And also, if you are injured, if you get hurt, then also that particular thing can also, that particular injury can also cause stress. Next is emotional problems, depression, anxiety, anger, grief, guilt, low self-esteem. These are another few causes which can definitely cause stress. Next up is taking care of an elderly or sick family member. So definitely we should take care of our elders or someone who is sick in our family, but sometimes unintentionally, when a person is sick for a longer period, for a longer duration, then if we are having if we have to take care of that person every day, then that might cause stress, that might be a cause of stress. When that particular person is totally dependent upon us, and that person needs me every time around him or her, then sometimes this kind of things can be stressful. Next is traumatic event such as a natural disaster, theft, rape, or violence against you or a loved one. Natural disasters can change our life totally. Earthquakes, landslide, storm can wash away everything we have earned in just few minutes, so it can definitely cause stress. Then if somebody has stolen something very precious or something very important, and that can cause stress. And then rape definitely can be a cause of stress, or harassment, violence can also be a cause of stress. So these are some of the few causes of stress. So that's all.